said, you got to prove to me that you're serious. I'm going to give you 6 months to lose 50 pounds. And if you don't do that, then we don't have nothing else to talk about.
What up, Brix Squad? This is episode 4 of the Transformation series. I'm here with my man David, who lost 250 pounds. We had an amazing conversation where he gave you guys some jewels, some tips, some tools that you're going to use, especially if you're just starting. So let's get right into it right now. Let's go. I promise this is not an interrogation. It may look like it, but we're here with my man David, who I'm going to let you introduce your story to the channel, because it's significant amount of weight, and again, it's not something I want to brush over. So your heaviest, if I'm not, correct me if I'm wrong, was 472, almost 500 pounds.
Almost, man, half a ton.
How did you get to becoming almost 500 pounds, bro?
Man, well, first of all, my family's of Caribbean descent. They're Jamaican, so you already know how that goes.
Yeah,
the spicy food.
You don't know. Yeah. Mike, where'd the eggs go?
Brix, you know that this video is sponsored by the Ridge Wallet, and simply put, eggs don't fit in your pocket as good as the light, sleek, and industrial design of the Ridge Wallet.
Just give me the eggs back.
But Brix, you know, the Ridge Wallet doesn't fold or awkwardly bulge in your back pocket like normal traditional wallets do. And it seriously changed my whole pocket situation.
You gonna eat that for breakfast instead of the eggs?
I mean, come on, man. There's over 30 colors and styles, including carbon fiber and my personal favorite, Damascus steel.
Pass me the wallet right now. Let me see how much protein is in that.
The durable materials mean each wallet comes with a lifetime warranty. You could buy one wallet and carry it for life, unlike an egg.
All right, Mike, where can I get one of these wallets?
RidgeWallet.com and use the code BRIX for 10% off your first order. And thank you, Ridge Wallet, for sponsoring this episode.
Bon appetit. I already know.
So, you know, all kinds of food was just coming through the household, you know. As you get older, you pick up on those eating habits from your parents and stuff like that, from your family members. I'm used to everyone in my family being big. So, you know, to me, that was just a way of life, you know. We wasn't really counting calories or considering what we were eating, a balanced diet or anything like that. Then you grow up to be an adult and you got money. You know, fast food is there. You get into the hustle and bustle of things and you just find yourself eating out all the time.
So were you always a big kid?
I was always a big kid.
Okay.
Always a big kid. Even coming up through school, but I like to think I was agile, you know, played sports, played football, I was on the line. But you know, once I got into college, you know, all that kind of slowed down. I wasn't really active anymore. And then that's when the weight really started to kind of catch up with me. I think coming out of college, I was a smooth 380, 390. You know, got with my wife and you started, you know, doing a 9 to 5, and slowly but surely each year you just start creeping up. And you don't really see it, but you notice your pants don't fit. It's harder to get up the stairs. It's tough to put your socks on. And I kind of reached a point where, you know, I started to really look at my lifestyle, and I realized, you know, Friday was an automatic, we going to fast food, we're not even going to consider cooking anything. Friday turned into starting again on Monday and Wednesday, and because it was convenient, it was there. It got to a point where I was eating out almost every day. Every day. They knew my name at Wendy's, McDonald's, 7-Eleven. Yeah. And it wasn't even like a regular meal. It was like, if I go to a burger spot, it's an automatic 2 burgers, large meal, extra fry on the side. If I go to get pizza, it's a whole pizza just for me. Yeah. With nachos. Like, those were the portions that I would eat in one sitting.
So you mentioned that a big part of the reason why you gain all the weight is cultural. And I feel like that's one of the hardest things to break, right? It's hard to change your habits when it's genetically, like literally genetically programmed into you. Yeah. Right. So how did you make that shift nutritionally? So what was that process like for you?
So that process for me, once, you know, me and my wife had been married a few years, and, you know, we wanted to grow our family. And she finally told me she was pregnant. And you at that age, you know, I'm approaching 30. You just start thinking about life and legacy, and you being around. And I kind of look back and realize that, you know, we haven't really done much in terms of life experiences or anything like that. And that kind of made me go into a little period of self-realization. You know, I knew the man that I intended to be, but my actions wasn't quite lining up with my intentions. So, you know, I had to do some soul searching, and, you know, she had a conversation, and it was kind of personal between us, as far as, you know, her being scared that I'm not going to be around, and, you know, with the baby coming, and, you know, it just hit me like a ton of bricks. Like, yo, I could literally not be around for my family. So the first step for me was just cut out fast food. I didn't really focus on diet. I didn't really focus on counting calories, anything. I just focused on, I need to just cut this out of my life, and let me just start the habit of cooking for myself. Let me just get in that habit.
At what point did it become a real threat to your life? Like, did you realize that, yo, I can die if I don't make a change? What was that moment like for you? Did you realize that?
So yes, absolutely. After me and my wife had that conversation, not only did I just cut fast food out, but I also went to the doctor, which is something I never did.
Why? Were you afraid?
Yes. And I went when I was little, but, you know, I never really seen my father go to the doctor. None of the men around me. I never seen them go
culturally, we kind of got this thing, we don't mess with the doctor. I said, were you afraid? Because I was afraid to go to the doctor.
Definitely was afraid. I mean, you know it's bad, but you don't want to actually hear how bad it is. So I go. And she takes my blood pressure. She just makes this face like, and she asked me, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah." She's like, "Your blood pressure is really high." Like, they immediately started giving me fluids, and she called another doctor, and they took my blood pressure again. They assigned me all this medication. They was like, "Your blood pressure is really high. You are super hypertensive." Not super hypertensive, but I can't even remember the reading. It was like 170 over 100. Like, it was that high. And they just kept asking me, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yes, I'm fine. I feel great." And she sat me down. She was just like, "If you didn't come in here, I don't know how long you would have been able to be walking around."
That's a wake-up call.
And I say, what do you mean? She's like, "Your blood pressure is extremely high. You are at risk of having a stroke."
Damn.
And I was just like, I feel fine. And that's all I kept saying to myself. I feel fine. What is the issue? And she sat me down, and we just had a conversation. Like, you can't maintain this lifestyle. You're cutting your life short. I don't know if you're gonna make it through your 30s. And I just, from that point on, light bulb went off.
So you had weight loss surgery.
Yes.
Why did you decide to do weight loss surgery?
I made the decision to go through the bariatric program. But once I got there, I felt like I shouldn't have been there. I'm surrounded by people who are older than me. They don't look like me. And it was just real depressing. And I was just like, my ego wouldn't let me accept the fact that I'm in this place. I was like, I can do this on my own. 6 months go by. I drop out the program. I'm just like, I'm just gonna do it on my own. My baby's here now, so I'm like, all right, I got my little motivation. I jump back on the scale. I done gained another 60 pounds from my initial visit.
After you dropped out of the bariatric program, you gained 60 more pounds.
Gained 60 more pounds. So I was just like, all right, clearly my way it's not clicking. I learned that motivation comes and goes. So yes, I'm trying to be here for my family. Yes, I'm trying to be here for my daughter, but even that wasn't enough to push me through that wall to get over this hump. So I go back to the doctor after I find out I gained more weight. And I say, "Okay, doc, I want to get back in the program." She said, "No." She said, "I don't think you're serious."
Because you put on that weight after the last time. So she's like, "Okay, you got to prove to me."
She said, "You got to prove to me that you're serious. I'm going to give you 6 months to lose 50 pounds. And if you don't do that, then we don't have nothing else to talk about."
Okay.
I said,
I like that, Doc. Seriously. She gave you a challenge.
She did. She
Yeah.
did. At this point, I ain't never had no doctor talk to me like that. So I was just like, I didn't want to disappoint her because I saw that she took it personal. The fact that we had a 2-hour conversation.
Yeah. That's rare to have
It's very rare.
with a doctor, 2 hours. That's, yeah.
So the proof to her that I was serious, I went hard body, like no fast food. I refined my diet. I started walking because that's all I could do at the time. And once I got good at walking, light jog. Once I got the light jog, we started running a little bit. From that point, I lost 130 pounds on my own. I completed the program in August of 2019, and it was approved for surgery in September of 2019. So I had a choice to make at that time if I still wanted to go through with the surgery or not. And I chose to actually go through with it. The reason I did that was I didn't want the capacity to eat of a 500-pound man for where I saw myself going.
And it worked out because you look great, bro. So I definitely want to salute. You did it. And I think you deserve all the credit, just as much credit as people who did it without surgery. So total, how much weight did you lose?
Like 225-ish.
225 pounds, bro. That's me. You lost an entire me, bro. That's amazing, bro.
Yeah, literally half the man I used to be. Like, it's crazy.
How did being overweight affect your marriage?
Oh, man. So, when I was bigger, I didn't want to admit it at the time, but looking back, I struggled with depression and anxiety. And I would let that kind of drive my actions within my marriage. So if it was coming down to a point where we wanted to take a trip, I'm too afraid to get on the plane because I'm not going to fit on the seats. And I don't want people looking at me. I don't want the little child saying, why does he need the seatbelt extender? Can I even fit in the seats? Or do I got to buy 2 seats? And my mind just starts racing. Okay, so we're not going to go on the trip. Let's save the money.
Yeah.
I'm not happy with the way I look. My sex drive was low. So granted, I'm my wife's first, so I'm depriving her of that joy that she spent her whole life waiting for in her own marriage, and she can't go nowhere else and get it. So
damn.
Now I'm robbing her of that.
Yeah.
I'm insecure about the way I look and the way I feel, and if she challenges me on it, I'm spitting venom back at her.
So things are better now, I'm assuming.
A lot better.
A lot better. And it's gonna continue. See, you lost the weight last year.
Yeah.
Right, so you're still in the very beginning stages of adapting to this new body and this new life, because you have a brand new lease on life now.
Yeah.
Right, so what are you most excited about going forward?
Now I'm just focusing on actually building up the composition of my body, just focusing on toning it, and still dealing with the extra skin. So that's kind of a thing right now. Just trying to get comfortable with that even. But I'm enjoying every step of the process. Now that I've seen how far I've come, I feel like my mind has just been unlocked. Like, what can I do next? What can I do next?
Yeah. And
I don't have that defeated mindset, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, if I see something I want to do, we just gonna do it.
Nice. Learning your body is so key. How would you advise people to learn their body? How did you learn your body?
So for me, just like you said, there's many factors that affect your weight. I don't weigh myself every single day. I weigh myself week to week. And whatever that number is on Monday morning, that's what the number is on Monday morning, and we'll make an adjustment. I didn't get emotionally attached to the scale. I stayed consistent for a period of at least a month and a half just to make sure I'm not overthinking anything. I kept my routines the same. And just like you said, that scale will go up, the scale will go down. I will focus on just being active with my daughter. We're going to the park, we're going out to the beach, we're going out for walks. We'll see how my body responds to that. And I found out as long as I'm just active, I'm keeping a nice heart rate, I'm okay.
So
I'm okay. I don't need to overthink it.
Yeah.
I don't need to go kill myself in the gym. I don't need to go overtrain or, failure. Like,
yeah.
I put in a solid 45 to 60 minutes. I'm okay.
Yeah. Man, I appreciate you sharing these gems with me, bro. Like, this was a dope conversation.
Man, thank you.
Let's go hit the gym.
Yes, sir.